Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we're going to be doing the opening part to What If Goku Was Raised by the Heeters. I know it has been a little while, but of course I have not stopped my production. I think this will actually be a really good story, and I definitely thank the person that gave me this idea on my community post. I think it has a lot of potential and I really like the way I've written it. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Firstly, I'll have to give some insight on the background to this story. Bardock will send Goku away from the exploding planet, but this time Goku's ship doesn't end up in the right destination and arrives at some wasted planet. However, what a young Goku notices is that the planet is currently at war with an army or maybe just a single person. Flames roar around this ship, and since the normal planet's temperature is below freezing, it keeps the air at a temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius, which is just quite warm for humans and probably Saiyans too. Also, for my American viewers, 20 degrees Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. As Goku cries upon the fire and screams as he is incredibly scared, someone finds his ship, Gas. Through the flames, he zooms across the dark rock around them and arrives at his ship, confused to see a Saiyan out on this random planet. Weren't the Saiyans just destroyed by that asteroid, Gas wonders, seeing the kid's tale. Gas, seeing this person could be useful in wiping out future planets and getting income for the family, takes him out of the pod and safely returns into the family headquarters, or basically where they stay. Elec, seeing the valuable warrior in the making that they have, decides to keep him and nurse him into a powerful warrior from young. Goku begins by facing the younger members of the family, Gas and Oil. To be honest, we don't know how old these guys are, but in the flashback with Bardock facing Gas, he really doesn't look that much younger and still just resembles a child. Therefore, I'll just say they look around the same and maybe a little less muscular and tall just to make it make sense. These constant battles and Zenkais that Goku receives from a young age makes him a high-powered being from young. Many years pass and the family still continue with their business and continue selling off planets to bidders for profit. Okay, so the poll fluctuated quite a bit, but it ended up with Goku not hitting his head as a majority in the vote. Therefore, I'm having to script this for the third time, but it's been pretty fun, so to be honest, it wasn't even that bad. Also, the scripting for me becomes way easier if I use Goku not hitting his head. You'll see why a little later. Goku at 12 is far stronger. He has been growing up, sparring and fighting the other warriors of the family, such as Gas or Oil. Also, due to Elec's cooperation with Frieza, he has a special healing pod that he uses for Goku to heal him from his battle wounds. Also, a minor bit of information that you should know is that Goku remembers that his name is Kakarot and that he's a Saiyan. So he says this to the Heeters and they call him Kakarot along with himself. The frequent battles and quick Zenkais, basically the accidental abuse of this power, skyrockets his power level to around 2000. He hasn't been sparring for all of the years that he was with the family, but he has been sparring for a while. Maybe a few years or so, 5 or 6. At the end of the day, if he was sparring for 6 years, that means he started sparring at 6, which is very young. Also, Gas actually remembers Kakarot's face as it gives him flashbacks to his past battle with his father, Bardock. As Goku reaches this age, Elec believes that his first day of clearing a planet should be quite soon. After Goku was hearing the stories from Oil and Elec about the experience of wiping out those planets, it exhilarated him. His Saiyan blood made his mind go wild at the thrill of the bloodshed, the heated battle against strong opponents. This makes his first day of this so exciting to think about, and of course he is anticipating this quite a lot. Since Goku's power level isn't exactly out of this world, I mean for his age it is, but overall he really isn't that strong. Therefore his Uzaru form will be used, but they don't tell him that. Not that it will be a secret or has to be, they just kind of leave the detail out. Gas is the assistant that comes along with Goku to navigate the ship and instruct Goku on what has to be done and things like that. Also, he briefly mentions why they do things like this, to make a profit and ultimately a living. Once they approach it and land, the two warriors escape onto the surface. Why is it so hot, Kakarot wonders, feeling the incredible warmth from the surface. The surface temperature of this planet is way above ours, you're saying, you'll be fine. Once Goku looks up at the moon, his transformation commences. His eyes go the signature red and he begins to grow larger. Eventually, he fully transforms and noticing the first village, the raging Uzaru launches a mouth beam directly at it and destroys it. Goku then goes from village to village, murdering everyone in the vicinity. Gas follows after him but stays at a distance away from him to make sure that he isn't attacked by Kakarot. Remember, Goku's never gone Uzaru before, so can't tell between his enemies and allies. A few hours pass and the Uzaru has eventually finished his duty. Gas cleans up the planet here and there, killing the casualties, and he also starts clearing the planet by destroying the village settlements and recordings. With the planet wiped out, Goku's job is pretty much done. He has destroyed the life on the planet, well-intelligent life at least, so Gas decides to revert him back to his base form. To do this, he doesn't cut off his tail, but he simply just aims an energy wave over the planet's moon and destroys it completely. Goku starts to revert back to normal, and due to his stretchy clothing, he isn't naked after he returns to normal. Gas, I feel really weird. What just happened? Goku asks, completely oblivious to the slaughter that has occurred for the past few hours. You turn into a great ape. Don't worry, you will experience a true battle of these missions in due time. However, you are much more powerful in the form that you turn into, so are only valuable that way, for now at least. Profit in things, Alec always talks about it, I understand, Goku says, quite sad but in acknowledgement of the reason. With that, the two return to their home planet and continue with their lives. Goku encounters on more of these missions as a Great Ape when a few more years pass, to around the time of King Piccolo. As of this time, Goku has grown to 15 years and has a power level of 6,000. His spars have become more heavy and the Zenkais are more intense as his base power level is higher. Kakarot, your battle power now exceeds 6,000 and I want to give you your first mission as a conscious fighter, Alec declares, preparing the ship that him and Gas will enter. After these years, him and Gas have gained a very strong relationship. It's almost as if they are like twin brothers from how close they are. With these missions too, their relationship has strengthened. As the two fighters approach the target planet, Goku can't help but peer out the window as they approach the surface. The planet has red grass and the rock is a deep black colour. This planet is quite a nice temperature this time. There's like no gravity though, Goku states, flopping around his hands at incredibly fast speeds. The first village, Goku announces with a smirk on his face. The bloodthirsty Saiyan blasts ahead with his full power and speed, starting off the carnage by hurling in a ki blast to destroy a lot of the buildings in sight. Gas flying behind Goku uses his scouter to determine the power level of the citizens on the planet. Power levels of 10 to 20. Of course they'd be so weak with gravity like this, Gas states, watching Goku go at it. Please Saiyan, let me live, one civilian pleads, backing away in fright. No, I spare no one, Goku replies, punching and killing the man with this one strike. Once he also sees a group of about 100 villagers escaping together, Goku starts letting off a barrage of ki blasts, clearing out the area and also killing anybody that is unlucky enough to get in the heat of the blasts. I thought this would be more fun, everyone is so weak out here, Goku asks, turning back to Gas in the sky. It's the gravity. There might be strong fighters here anyway. Oh, would you look at that? 4 warriors, each with power levels between 1,000 and 4,000. You should be able to handle this, Gas states, clicking away at his scouter. Just like he claims, 4 fighters start coming for Goku with utter rage as they see the corpses of their dead brothers scattered across the black and red ground. You will pay for your crimes against our people. Muton now, one of the fighters shouts. Yes, I'm naming these guys after meat. I'm sorry about this fanfiction type what if, but since the Heeters lifestyle isn't mentioned much in the series, I need to add a few things in. Please tell me about this choice I made in the comments. If you guys don't like it, I'll be sure to remove this style of writing for this what if and also the what ifs to follow. The fighter called Muton, named after Mutton, raises both palms and launches a wide but powerful energy wave. This isn't anything that Goku can't handle and he just smirks as the blast comes right towards him. Finally, a fight, the young and mischievous Goku states. Goku just flies up and dodges the blast at point blank range, launching an energy wave of his own in retaliation. This energy wave is much faster and far louder, taking out the first fighter, which is the weakest one. Steak, no! Muton shouts, becoming even more angry at the mischievous Kakarot. Die! He shouts, with the muscular fighter flying down to try and take out the kid himself. However, Goku possesses far more power than any of these fighters. As the large, muscly fighter approaches him, Goku just flies back and dodges the first strike, noticing that he is really slow. The fight continues and he is able to dodge the majority of the attack. Since he is so slow, not only is the gravity on the planet low, but the man is also abnormally large, weighing him down even more. The large fighter becomes bloody and injured while Goku seems completely fine. As the last attack, he launches a powerful one-hand energy wave to kill him in the heat of the blast. Muton and Steak are dead, leaving just Pork and Duck. These two fighters are of moderate strength compared to their dead peers, but are in for a lot as they are drastically overpowered by the teenage Saiyan. They both try to attack Goku simultaneously and keep him occupied, attempting to use their combined efforts to subdue him. However, he has been in hundreds of fights and his adaptive abilities are now through the roof. One of the fighters tried to punch him, but he lands on their back, leaping up to kick the other fighter in the face. He then swivels and launches down a condensed one-hand energy wave that shreds the arm off Pork. In seconds after this sequence, the two fighters are dead and the strongest warriors of the planet have been destroyed. Good. Now, to get rid of everyone on the planet, Goku declares, zooming in a random direction to try and wipe the planet clean. A few hours pass and the mission is over. Goku's armor is covered in blood and his fists can barely be seen through the coats of blood and flesh across them. We're done here, Goku states, heading back to the ship. Okay, let's go, Gas states, killing a crawling civilian that is going for their ship. The two exit the planet and in about a week's time, the planet is sold to a bidder. Another 3 years pass and Goku is now 18, an adult. This is the time of the Piccolo Jr. saga. On Earth, King Piccolo is currently running the world and he is using Emperor Pilaf and his gang to control a moderately sized administrative division of the planet. Then his children like Drum and Tambourine control larger administrative divisions since they are more powerful. I wouldn't say the world is in ruin, but everyone is under a very controlling regime. Goku now has a power level of 20,000, which is actually more than Vegeta's at this time. Since it is 5 years before meeting Vegeta in canon, I will make his new power level 16,000, Nappa's 2,500 and Raditz's 1,300. Frieza is noticing you, Kakarot. He has assigned you to work alongside Vegeta for a mission, Alex states, preparing a ship for Goku's exit. Frieza, that tyrant's emperor, Goku states, clenching his fists upon hearing his name. Throughout his life, Alec has said to Kakarot about how Frieza will take profits out of their planet, prevent the expansion of their business, and keep them under him. The constant description of Frieza under this light makes him this demonic, omni-malevolent being in Goku's mind. Alone, Goku heads to Frieza's ship and actually navigates the ship himself after learning from so many missions. The large round ship stays still in space and Goku's ship then connects to Frieza's. The Saiyan enters his ship with his battle uniform and red straps across his arm and legs. The soldiers at the door get scared of him as they see his power level on their scouters. They also straighten up and nod upon seeing him. Entering a certain room, he sees Frieza upon his pardon the three Saiyans that he will cooperate with for a mission. Kakarot, Raditz blurts out upon seeing the warrior. 20,000, you're a prodigy, Kakarot, Raditz thinks to himself, in pride of his brother's power. Oh yes, I remember you vaguely. When I was much younger, Goku asked, surprised he'd see him now. He just assumed that he died in the asteroid event with Planet Vegeta. Vegeta, on the other hand, just keeps his arms crossed upon seeing his power level, but treats him with more respect under the surveillance of the Emperor. Kakarot was a brotherly reunion. Anyways, you guys have some work to do, Frieza says, enthusiastically drinking from his cup of wine. This guy, so he's the Emperor keeping people like Alec under his empire, using his force to get what he wants. I will work with you now, but when the time comes, I will kill you, Goku thinks to himself, reaching out his hand. Kakarot, stronger than me. Anyways, he will be an asset to my squad for when we kill that Emperor Frieza, Vegeta thinks to himself, shaking his hand with a fake smile. So the four Saiyans depart for their own mission and Goku gets to engage in light conversation with the Saiyans. What's this mission we've been given? Goku asks as the spaceship rumbles upon them soaring through space. It's a simple planet takeout. This planet is stronger than any ordinary planet and has gravity of 15 times, more than that of even planet Vegeta, Nappa says, peering out of the ship window. Okay, that should be doable. How much longer? Kakarot asks, almost acting as if he is the leader of the ship. Of course, Goku has hit his head, but I don't want him to change completely. I don't think it would be wise to give him arrogance, but I will keep his same qualities of wanting to get stronger and to fight strong people. He's just far more brutal and not scared of killing people, and even gets excited about it if it includes battle. Sir, I detect power levels of around 100 to 1,500. These are just the civilians though, he states, clicking away at his scouter. It'll be a breeze for me and Kakarot. I recommend you and Raditz work together or stay back. We'll be leading this, Vegeta says, standing as they approach the planet. So that will conclude the opening part of What If Goku Was Raised by the Heeters. I'm sorry for this cluster of information that isn't exactly close to the canon, but in part 2 we will definitely get a plot that is much closer to the canon timeline. You'll see what I mean when the video comes out. Please tell me something you liked about the video, or something that I should improve on for the next part or for the future what ifs to come. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.